My goodness, I would never think that tarantulas live in the soil. Nothing like a good set of sunshine. My goodness, we had so much rain, so much flooding. So grateful to have beautiful weather today so that we can at least accomplish something on the plot today. Hi guys, welcome to Caribbean Charm. Today we are in a sunny mood and we're going to get a lot done, as much as we can. Barring the circumstances. I already planted one plant so far. This is a chrysanthemum that I have here, trying to have a little patch of beauty. So these are my marigolds. They're doing wonderfully. No beetle is eating those, so that's my go-to flower on the plot. Also have the celosia. Nothing seems to be bothering the celosia as well, and the coleuses, they're coming along well. I planted one in this tree stump. I find it looks cute, don't you? Just this one lone celosia in the tree stump. Also planted some camille, and they seem to be doing well as well. There's not anything eating the foliage of this camille. You guys remember that I said that I planted some sunflowers? Well, we missed all the blooms and I was sorely disappointed because it's a very small sunflower. I was expecting a bigger sunflower, but that's what we had bloom, so it's better than nothing. And it's pretty yellow, so I'm leaving it for the seeds. Now I know it's a short sunflower. At least I can have a nice entrance with a patch of short sunflowers. On this side, guys, the corn, since I treated it, has tasseled. It has grown taller and it has tassel. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that butterfly on the Cosmo. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, amazing. Lovely, lovely. That's why I'm planting these flowers, because I want to create an area for the pollinators. The flowers are really beneficial for the bees and the butterflies and all the other insects that like flowers. And once you have that, these plants that I'm planting here, they were windburned on the back of the truck on the way here. These are some watermelon and cucumbers, but they got windburned in the back of the truck. So the next time I'm bringing seedlings, I'm going to remember to try and put a cloth over my seedlings, because these were affected by the wind in the back of the truck coming here. So these plants are watermelons and cucumbers and cantaloupes, and they definitely would need pollinator assistance. If I don't have the pollinator assistance, I won't get much fruitage. So I plan to plant some cucumbers in this bed right here that already has some good drainage, and or if not here, I might plant the cantaloupe here, and I might plant the cucumber on that fence over there and allow it to sprawl on that side. Just an experiment to see which areas are best for planting these kind of plants. So I'm just going to get back to planting some flowers. So this one I have in this cup here is a gomphrena. Okay, so I got the cucumber all planted out, but I'm thinking to try and see if I could find pieces of the marigold plant that may have roots on it, so that I can interplant the marigold plants near the cucumbers for beauty, and as well some pest deterrent around the cucumbers. So I'm gonna go and see if I can find some pieces of that marigold so that I can, you know, snip it a little bit here and there to put around the cucumber. So these marigold plants, they are doing wonderfully. I am seeing that some of the plants, not this one does have roots where I can put some soil around this one. This is some oregano that I planted, so I could put some soil around here so that this continues to bush up and to flower. So let's see if we can find a plant. Oh look, like this one is bent over. You can see this one has some roots on the stem, so I'm gonna pull this off. Oh wow, it's an independent plant already. Look, so this one has some roots, so I'm gonna plant this. Let's see if I can find another piece. All right, this one has roots as well. Looks pretty good. These have rooted down in the soil right here, so when I'm transplanting the watermelon, I will come back for some pieces here later on to plant with the watermelon. So I'm just going to take these two pieces, because it's a small bed, small cucumber bed, and I'm going to take them. See if I can get my shovel. I need to put on my gloves. That's just in case the baby gets up. Right, so now I have on my gloves, and I'm gonna find a good location to plant these marigolds in the bed. What tarantulas?
Yeah, it is in twos or
My goodness, guys. Look at that. That's a tarantula. My. So what we're doing today is we're digging some drains today. And apparently these spiders, these huge hairy spiders, live in the soil. So the plan today is to get drainage done. As you can see, we have lots and lots of water from the rains over the weekend. And so we have to find a way to drain out the water so that it doesn't affect this cassava. The cassava is coming up, and it can't be sitting in water, so we need to get the drains done. My goodness, I would never think that tarantulas live in the soil. So I definitely have to go home and do some research as regards tarantulas and try to avoid them as much as possible. Let's go plant this ginger. Giving an update on the Christophine. It's still alive. So I'm going to treat it. It's been 14 days. I'm going to treat this again. I'm going to pour some insecticide by the roots, and we would see how this goes. The entire vine is dead now on the top. Like I said, it dies and then it starts all over again. So I'm going to treat it again, and I'm going to plant out the ginger in this area. Now notice with the rains, we had, you guys can see all that water, lots of water in the area. So I'm going to plant this ginger higher up here on this half of the bed so that I can avoid having issues with the water. Hi guys, it's the end of the day, and we have been able to accomplish quite a few things. I'm going to take you guys around to show you the different things that we were able to accomplish today. First off, I was able to plant out all of the ginger, and I stopped halfway in the bed because, as I mentioned, there's a lot of water that came down with the many rains that we had this season. So I'm stopping halfway in the bed. I just filled this area with the ginger shoots that I prepared at home. As regards the Christophine, I didn't get to treat it this week. So the next time I'm here, I will treat the Christophine to keep that regimen going. And hopefully the Christophine bounces back and it will stop dying off like this. So next is our drainage. So we were able to do some digging of some drainage because we were having a lot of water retention. Our soil is predominantly clay, so we were having a lot of water settling, a lot of areas becoming boggy with the water. So a lot of our day-to-day was digging that out, so that we can stop the soil from holding all that water. Now the last video I planted the cassava, and the cassava is already up and out of the soil. Woohoo! And the butternut squash in the center is doing well as well. So this evening before I leave, I'll be giving them a dose of calcium nitrate. So, well, more the butternut squash. The cassava doesn't need anything, but more the butternut squash, I will be giving them a dose of calcium and nitrogen so that when it begins flowering, I won't have that problem with blossom end rot. So after we were dug out the different areas where we dug drains, this bed is quite boggy. So what I did to transplant my melons, I hill up the soil so it's inhaled in mounds. I just sporadically across the bed just mounded areas and transplanted my watermelon on mounds as well. So throughout this bed I mound up soil, as well as I took the remaining of the marigold as I said I would, and I transplanted in most of the mounds with the watermelon. And so hopefully this goes well and we get watermelon. I love watermelon a lot, and it has become quite expensive. So I am hoping to be able to provide myself with some watermelon this season. So I hope that everything goes well with this, and with the mounding of the dirt, at least to give the plant some extra protection from the water retention. I hope this works out. Finally, I will also be giving the watermelon some calcium nitrate. I'll be giving all these plants some calcium nitrate. But I also did this bed right here with cucumbers, and I would also be giving them some calcium nitrate. And one final plant that I did get in the ground is a cantaloupe. It's a small cantaloupe called Heart of Gold, and so I planted it close to the fence here. It's just one I have, and I'm going to let this I'm going to allow this to grow on this fence, and yeah, hopefully this goes well as well. So that was all we were able to accomplish today. So now it's just to get all of these things fertilized, and hopefully everything survives by next week, and then I will give them, you know, some TLC and plan for the next crop. One of the crops that I want to plant is sorrel. I don't have any sorrel seeds, so I will be heading to the plant nursery to get some sorrel seedlings. And I also have a whole host of okras that I have to get ready for the garden bed, but we have to do some more drainage to ensure that the soil doesn't stay boggy when we do plant our okras. Well guys, that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining us. Today was a beautiful day. Not a cloud in sight, just beautiful blue skies, guys. So we were so grateful that we had such wonderful weather that enabled us to do the things that we were able to do today. No matter what, guys, good weather, bad weather, find a way to work around it. Get your hands in the dirt and start growing. Until the next time, take care, guys. Bye. Have a great week.